Good afternoon. This is just a quick shout out to someone who asked for this information. It was a question about what happens if you have a pending claim and you move to a different state. This generally is not a problem. There can be a difference though if you're filing for SSI, and I'll explain that in a minute. But generally, remember, Social Security disability, Social Security retirement, and SSI are all handled by the Social Security Administration. It's a federal program, right? It's a federal administration, and each of those are different programs within. So it's not based on you being in a particular state giving you a right to make the claim. And when you move to a different state, generally your case is just going to move with you. You notify the SSA, um, and and they will move your claim to the appropriate, say it's in the adjudication stage, they're doing a medical workup, it's going to get booted to the department that's outsourced in your state to the feds to do all that medical workup, because you're probably going to be getting new doctors, right, in your new state that you're living in. If you're at the hearing level, waiting for hearing, even if you have a judge assigned and you move, generally they're going to have to move that to the particular region that you are now in. And that would generally mean a different judge. At this point, we're still using judges from regions. They're not really, as a rule, intermingling them all in a big pool. Although that's not to say sometimes we don't get a different judge from a different area when they're trying to lighten the load. So I don't know how firmly that is carved in stone. Now, what I was alluding to before, and if you have a question, you move and you need to go to your field office, you'd go to your new local field office for any kind of assistance. If you have an SSI claim, same thing applies. However, it's important to know that there are states that provide, many that provide their own extra benefit to those who have prevailed on their SSI claim and are getting SSI from the federal government. So, a new state might mean a new, different amount that they're going to give you because you're eligible in their state for a supplement from them. And again, it could be you move to a state that doesn't have such a supplement. So just keep that in mind. I think the reason for the supplements is that some states have a higher cost of living, so they kind of make up for that with the supplement. I'm sure it doesn't do much because SSI is not all that much, and those states that are expensive are expensive. But it's just something to note that if you move to a state with a lower supplement or no supplement, you're not going to get that. But that's also true of different states having different local benefits anyway. Some states provide more benefits, some states provide less. And that's just something that you're going to want to perhaps think about if you're, particularly if you are filing for SSI and not SSD. Although, in theory, if your SSD is low enough, you might not be eligible for SSI, but maybe in some locations you are eligible for some additional needs-based benefits based on your low SSD, even though it's not low enough for SSI. I really don't know. Those would be local and changeable, I think, elements to it. So moving is A-okay. I know a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, I should say I suppose relatively the fact that I know of them. There are people that when they secure their benefits and want to be independent again, let's say they've been staying with family who's been putting a roof over their head while they're not working and don't have benefits while they've been fighting the battle. When they get their benefits, they sometimes decide to go to a lower cost of living area. Might be in the same state, might be in the same county, might be in a different state, might be across the country. You look at your wherewithal once you have your newer form of income, and you figure out where you can best survive on that. So, it's not a bad thing to do before you actually prevail, because I'm sure it takes time like any, moving would. So anyway, but moving is not gonna, it's not gonna change your case, except that new people are gonna be handling it. Would that add a little delay? Potentially. If you're in a slow state, you move to a fast state, maybe it'll be faster. I mean, you do have the delay of them having to actually send your file, but it's electronic, so it shouldn't be a big deal. People do it all the time, so it works out just fine. Alrighty. Take care, guys. I hope that helps. Bye.